Well, great morning, everyone. Oh my goodness. So I got an interesting reading this morning, and we'll just go through. I'll show you what I got. So the reading's about the struggle that we're in now, the Five of Wands. What we're going through. People are really struggling with what's coming out, what's being hidden, economy, all of the various things that we're dealing with. And so the energy coming into it is the Two of Wands, or, trying to figure out our next action, our next move. The foundation is about America, what's being birthed, the Empress, the abundance of things that we're dealing with now. And above it, we have the Queen of Cups. So the lid is off. What road are we going to go down? This is the card of, again, needing to have compassion, etc. The lid is off. And so we are engaging in this struggle at the moment and figuring out where we're going, what's taking place. So what's going on today? At the midst of this, at the moment, people are feeling that they're facing loss. The Five of Cups, okay? So they're feeling a sense of loss, dejection, drama with what's going on now. With the challenge being the Six of Wands are wanting a victory. Wanting to get out of this loss that we feel like we're losing compassion, losing, just basic etiquette, all of these things that the Trump administration is taking away, this loss of ability to sustain yourself, loss of jobs, loss of medical, all of the different various things of loss that people are feeling at the moment. And again, the challenge is we want a victory, because the foundation is dealing with what? The dark elements, the devil, okay? The things that keep you bound, the things that are not out for your benefit. But above it, the good news is the wheel is turning, the karmic wheel, okay? And more people are starting to wake up. So, potential outcome, this is going to lead to new actions. Ace of Wands, because the outside influence is the new cup, what's flowering. So what is it that you want to flower? It's based upon our consciousness, okay? Because the foundation is the control. We've had we're dealing now with the dark side, the abuse that they've been doing for so long, so much time. This stuff is being revealed now, whether it's Epstein files or just that ego, narcissistic, egoic mindset that we're dealing with is so prevalent in Trump. But above it is what is being offered up. So with the wheel is turning, again, the upper side of everything is the Queen of Cups. Compassion, taking the lid off, the wheel is spinning, so offering up something of benefit. We're fighting what? The dark, the abuse, with what? Compassion, okay, and offering up the things of benefit, okay, and that wheel is turning now. So it is up to us, again, what action we're going to do and what seed you're planting to flower, okay? So let's see what's driving all of this under the surface. It's the Hangman, suspended. And now, you have to see the sacrifices, and also the Hangman is seeing from a different view. So now we've got all of these things being challenged with all of these losses, etc., and it's causing people to stop. And maybe some of the ones, the Magatonians that went out for these ones, like, he's such a businessman and believing all of his lies and all his drama, it's caused them to stop and to see things from a different viewpoint. So things are now being worked on. The Eight of Pentacles, it's what we're putting into motion, what we're concrete happenings that we're dealing with, working with. New information coming out, a new mentality. Ace of Swords is the mental realm. So new information and a new mentality of what? To bring in light. The sun, bringing in more light to the planet through what? Queen of Wands, through our actions. Okay? We have to take control. We have to move in a way of light. Four of Swords. Okay, we have to step back mentally, and more meditation, more quietude, more reflection. Okay, to start something new, something concrete. We need to address the pain, the mental, the physical pain that is going on. Need to address the things that are being juggled. Okay. Need to control the actions. The King of Wands, be mindful of the actions. And continuing to see what's coming, what's approaching. Okay, the Three of Wands, things in motion and what is approaching, and be willing to fight for what we want. The fight of the mental realm, okay, the Knight of Swords, going forward and changing the mentality, okay, to that of, again, what it is, the Ten of Cups, the card of desire and family. Okay, what do we want for the family? I'm not talking about just your personal family. I'm talking about the family, the planet. Okay, because we're all part of the human race. We are all one big family. So coming to truth when it comes to all of this, the truth that's there, dealing with the past, Epstein stuff, rooting out all the dark things, taking care of that innocence, the Six of Cups, going towards real spirituality, rooting out this religiosity, rooting out this dark Antichrist being promoted as Christian, okay, the Hierophant, who is in control, people that you're going to. We see so many of these Antichrist churches, evangelicals, ones like Erica Kirk out there, I mean, just lying, wearing a mask, the wolf in sheep's clothing, okay? These evangelical ones that are all talking about monetary stuff, okay? Bragging about how much money they're getting. And that's their preaching. Their preaching is all about money. Putting ones like Trump on a pedestal, okay? So again, looking and finding out, are you following the path of spirituality, religiosity, the drama? Okay, which path are you on? The path of the light or the path of the dark? Okay, it's about what we have in hand, concrete, what you're doing concretely, the ground of things that you are controlling, King of Pentacles, about the things still up in the air, about the dark of night, the moon, this, mental thing. Where are you trading in fear, or are you following the way admonitions of Christ, which is fear not? Don't have any fear. Don't get dragged into, I feel like this is the card of sometimes conspiracies, the things done by the dark of night, the fear mode they want to try to instill within you. So what we're building, what you're stepping away from emotionally, the Eight of Cups. There are some things maybe you have yourself enmeshed in that you need to step away from emotionally. Okay, if it is dragging you into anger, into depression, into always being hypervigilant, again, then it's time to meditate, and it's time to maybe step away from some of these things. It's about the things that you have in hand, the Queen of Pentacles, the evidence, the things that you're dealing with. When it comes to what's hidden, the High Priestess, and to look at these things concretely, because these are the things maybe one is trying to get away with. This is the card of the theft or the takeaway. Looking at these things that have been hidden that you need to route out, and you need to look at and address, perhaps starting in your own life and then going forward. The Magician, okay, the smoke and mirrors, the drama that's happening, and making massive changes. It starts with each of us personally, where things are moving to in motion, and the things that need to end so we can bring more transmutation, the death, the endings of some things. It's time to step away from the things that are making you emotionally, always in anger, or if you need to step away for a while, because this stuff will also be here tomorrow. If you need to take a break, do something good for yourself, get yourself balanced and grounded again so that you can go forward rather than being, so enmeshed in this that you want to fight everything that comes down the way in not a beneficial way, okay? So it's saying that things are moving, and it's up to the planet what direction we go. But it's based on our consciousness. It's based on, are you going to go to that foundation of that, the dark side drama, the ego-driven stuff? Or are you going to go to the higher element of compassion, seeing this stuff and making the changes that need to be changed, okay? Making these changes, starting in our own lives and then moving forward. Again, if you are in a toxic relationship, or you're surrounding yourself with toxic people, okay, that are trying to drag you into something darker elements that are not going to benefit, it's time to leave that behind and get to something better. So it's about the planet. Again, I'm continuing to get these things now that are saying, this is not so much continuing to enmesh yourselves in the drama that is Trump, his dark elements, but to continue to go for something higher, okay? I think we've reached a tipping point that now we are, because everything with him is being outed now. It's coming. Even though he's got the ones like Bondi that are still trying to hide and cover up everything, it's becoming more difficult to do that. Okay, so on that note, we need to continue forward in a beneficial way. Now I know the ones I get the most views on, or if I'm reading about something really toxic about Trump and the downfall, okay, rather than the things of benefit. You know, I read the ones on benefit, how to move forward. A lot of people are not so interested in that. They only want to hear the salacious, the drama, okay? Unfortunately. Hopefully, people start waking up and wanting something of a more elevated view, okay? So, on that note, I'll leave that here. But it's positive. It's saying going towards the positive. Definitely go out and do the No Kings rally and all of that, and show, you know, absolutely show through our actions what we want, okay, what we want to see, the changes that we want, absolutely 100%. It takes, again, this action and this changing of the consciousness and banding together and continuing to work to elevate the planet and rout out these ones that have been enmeshed in the dark side, that have been bamboozling people and telling them that ego is the way, okay? So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.